had a moment some time ago when I was mixing the album, when I would just listen to Austin's stuff soloed, and it was really weird to me that, like, it was one of the parts that's a pretty normal riff. I think it was the verse of Wretched Man, which is even when he plays normal riffs, you can absolutely tell that it's Austin because he has a lot of feeling. And he's my favorite balance of articulate but powerful. Like, he'll have like just little jazzy moments, but he also is really powerful, and I feel like you can hear how much he feels the rhythm.
I actually really enjoyed the experience in general, just doing it at the church and taking 2-3 days that we did it, and it's always good to just like get away and just do that for a while and just focus on only that. And obviously the room was pretty amazing to just play in and whatnot.
It's always kind of fun when, I think this happened a lot, but Bo and I would have a couple riffs or parts, and then Austin would come in and just kind of complete what we had in mind for those parts and just really like bring it to life as opposed to just a couple riffs.
I feel like Jen is, no offense, probably the most important member of the band because Austin and I have one role and she has two, which is like, I mostly am melody, Austin mostly is rhythm, but Jen does melody and bass.
I think it's pretty sweet how when I listen to the music and then I realize that we don't have a bass player, and it's pretty sweet how she can fill in. And it sounds like she has like 8 hands sometimes.
Is really good at drawing things out of me musically and encouraging and helping me with direction, and he's just a good compliment to Austin and I because he'll take our ideas and help develop them and bring it all together, and also the recording and mixing and mastering.
We could probably exist pretty easily without Bo, but it's just one of those things that, like, what band doesn't have a guitar, you know? I did not know, and I'm not sure that any of us knew the total structure and what the sound was going to come out like in the end. So it was just very like, it was a clean slate. Every time I tried to write something, it was just out of nowhere, and so I think it made me think about my parts a little bit more, I guess.
We really had time to really think about every part and just make it exactly what we wanted it to be.
It needed to take that long. Like, it would not have sounded like it does if it didn't take that long.
It's sort of like Eli Falls. We basically made the same album that we know how to make. We just did it better.
This could take a while.
They go certain places, but they don't get very far from the theme of conflict between my flesh and my spirit, or my old nature and my new nature.
This is something we talk about a lot, but we like our music to kind of take you places. Most of the parts, almost all the parts, were collaborative in some way. I would maybe start a riff and Bo would say, why don't you take it this direction, or why don't you do this? And then I would kind of come up with something else, and it just became something better than we could do on our own.
How am I gonna do this?
Yikes.
How?
I don't know.
That was, like, if you average the last 2 takes, that would be what would sum up the average. It's just easier just to be who you are as a musician rather than to like try and be something else, and I feel like it was just easier to do on this album, probably just because we spend so much time together like not doing music too, so when we do play music it's not fake, I guess.
These guys are my best friends, and it's just fun to be together and be able to create something together.
We all have jobs and lives that we don't hate and things that we enjoy doing. And so we don't have a lot of need for an outlet, but we have been given the gift of having an outlet.